Good evening and welcome to our Final Fantasy Randomizer Chaos Winter Carnival. I am joined in the booth today with Plastic Gamer. How are you doing today?
I'm doing pretty good. How are you doing?
I'm doing wonderful. We got a great race here ahead of us and quite interesting player things. You want to talk us in a little bit about them?
Sure. The fighter has plus 10 vitality and improved Thor hammer, but cannot use a ribbon, and the fighter was forced. The thief has a plus 40 strength bonus and improved cat claw, but loses 1 hit percent per level, which that's big for those multiple hits on those katanas. Black belt's bonus plus 10 hit percent plus equip shield, but minus 10 vitality. Red Mage's bonus, it can learn warp right off the gate, or it has warp right off the gate, 40 more HP, but it doesn't have access to nuke. The White Mage, plus 20 vitality, and upon promotion can use fighter armor. The mouse is, the White Mage has taken 150 your gold and spent it on herself. Black Mage has plus 2 level 1.
Go ahead.
Plus 2 level 1 MP, plus 20 MDEF, which is nice, but minus 15 HP, so it's going to be even more fragile than usual early on.
That is true, and I believe the Black Mage is our second forced, correct?
Yes, Black Mage is our second forced.
Ooh, so this is definitely going to be an interesting race. I do see two red mages, and on my inside, I am kind of cringing a little bit. Like, no nuke, but you get warp. I get the warp, but man, you really have to hope you get fade soon.
Yeah, or some other good early sweeper, like even a Lightning 3 is pretty good, but see, Gouda went with the Thief, whereas IBKarma's going with the White Mage.
Will be interesting to see how it works out. I like the Thief play just because you do get that luck bonus, or well, the luck, and you can run away a little bit better.
Yes.
But the White Mage is definitely going to make sure you have your life spells, and I feel like you can't always count on these flag sets to give the Red Mage life.
That is true, you cannot, and then that can make for quite the topher, especially when Kraken decides, well, okay, no life caster, but I'll just back row your melee.
That is entirely true. And, you know, so far I've seen some very mild seats in the front. I am curious to see what we're going to see here. It'll be interesting to see if we can fade ice or not, and see what our runners do.
I've seen a few early ice plays, and the Red Mage having warp outside of the gate, you know, that could be very tempting for Gouda in particular. Well, both of them.
I agree entirely. And it looks like our runners are just about to take off. And let's see how they open up. All right. We have IBKarma running right into the city. Gouda right behind him. Let's see what we got for white spells. Wall, Ruse, Cure 4, and Cure 2. All right, all good spells.
Black very nice.
Fast,
Ruse,
stop,
white,
blind, and brack. Ooh, okay.
I mean, fast and brack are definitely useful. You can have your brack fast.
Oh, entirely. And I am glad to see Gouda over there buying Wall, because Wall has been a necessity in the last couple seeds I have seen.
Yes, it has, and that fighter has that no ribbon mouse, so that could really come up big later.
Oh yeah, especially if yeah, especially if we see anything fancy out of our fiends.
Yep, Bane sword right out of the gate, so
ooh, not a bad starting weapon, and a nice AOE. Nope. So Gouda looks like he is making their way up to go for first. Let's see if he's going to check in there.
All right, excuse me, I got disconnected there for a second.
You're all right. All right, didn't look like anything too good in that bottom chest. Let's see what's in the top ones. We got a soft and some pocket change.
Yeah, the pocket change could be good for buying any good magic and Provoca or Elfland, depending on which way they go.
That is entirely true, and nobody ever says no to free money. Nope. Luckily, these chests actually had money in them and not just like 2 gil. Gold.
Yes.
No gold at this point.
That is the worst right there.
That is true. And we see Gouda taking on Garland. Oh, and he goes down. All right, let's see what we're gonna
Yep.
get from the princess and the king, shall we?
Yes.
A bat. That's what we're getting. He is extra tough and
Yep.
somewhat hard to hit.
Yeah.
I reckon it's pretty
So
tough and has a weak attack. Ooh, I don't believe that one bit. Chaos is pretty powerful attacks. Alright. So we get the ruby and the crystal. Alright.
Crystal. Well, that says go to Matoya.
Oh yeah, it says that entirely. So we are definitely going to see both of our runners heading over to Provoca. I've seen a couple seeds where they've given us like TNT and the crown, so everybody's like, "Hey, we'll go to Provoca later."
Yep.
All right, and it looks
course,
like.
and then,
What's that?
and then you find something like the float. Vicky had the floater or something.
Oh yeah. Lately, the last couple seeds we've had, the floater has been hidden in the most awkward spot. So we had floater and ice and floater and waterfall, and both times runners were just like, I really don't want to go there. So I am expecting some spiciness out of this seed tonight.
Yes, spicy seeds are the best seeds, if you ask me.
Oh, I agree entirely.
Guda saving up to head on his way to Provoca. Well, Matoya's first, probably.
Well, more likely. And we have a bridge boss.
Bridge boss, the best boss.
It is. Every time that screen comes up when I'm in a race, I still have a panic attack thinking something's attacking me.
Yeah.
Right. Cleaning out the closet here, finding a little bit more pocket change. Ooh, lots more pocket change.
Yep.
Okay.
Well, that
I did
really...
What did he pick up? I'm sorry, I missed it.
That was the floater. So suddenly, we could have a jet seat on our hands.
Oh, that is a good find. Is he still going to do Provoca? He is. So, here's my thought to you. Now that you've got the floater, you do Provoca, you get some things out of here. Looks like we have Harm 2, not too much good stuff for white magic. But, do you stop at Crescent on the way, or do you go straight for that floater?
Crescent is pretty much on the way, so I would stop on the way. I mean, there's no reason not to. You can save up after going through that river system, which promises to be as big a joy as ever.
Mm-hmm. But, you never know. Like, I have seen Crescent have some good stuff and some bad stuff, so...
Yep. That's very true, but of course you always had that free item from the Sages, which of course, you know, if it's a Vorpal -3, well, at least you know you're going to have to find some other in-game weapon. But...
That's true, but even if it's something as useless as a ship like from Provoca, that is still experience to be added on top.
That is very true. That could be very big for any grinds that come up later, because you know, you've seen some nasty Tophers, so grinding is definitely something I think they'll be looking at. See, both runners picking up plenty of Lightning 3 casts, which, especially if you're going to go through that river system, is going to be a great spell to have.
Ooh, Gold Cheerios rolled -1 and are 40,000 a pop. Ooh.
Ouch.
Yeah, those are going to be expensive.
Yep. Expensive and tarnished. Well, hopefully maybe silver's rolled up.
Their +4 silver armor isn't too bad for only 1,000 gold, so they at least have something comparable for a little while in this race.
Yep. Both the fighter and red mage can wear that, and eventually the white mage will be able to as well.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Guda taking the ship, maybe going to get some level 3. Oh, okay, you could take the shorter route through the river system.
Yeah, it is true, but I feel like with their spell list, somebody should just go to ice right away. Keep hoping
Ice will
for
be-
it. It's never going to happen, but...
Well, with the airship, they can get the ice pretty easily. Of course, you know, the biggest time to go to ice, I should say the best, is when you absolutely have to.
Yeah, that is true. Alright, still no vendor item here. Check to see if we got anything good in the armor. Silver Cheerios, +3 and only $2,000. That is, yes please.
Yes, take those all day.
They are slightly worse than the gold, but they are still viable.
Yep, and they have an evasion penalty pretty much at all. Silver Hammer +5, which is great for the White Mage melee if we find ourselves using that for some desperate reason.
Mm-hmm. So, will be interesting to see what happens. All right, so we are going back into Crescent. I did not see what item he got from the vendor, or from.
That was the rod, so Earth is open to us. Yep. Of course.
All right.
And this flag said we don't.
Yeah.
Yep, and this flag said we don't have to get all 4 orbs.
No, we do not. We only need 3. And it's been quite interesting to see which 3 people pick. And I know a lot of it falls on the RNG of which items you get early, but ooh, we get a cube out of Sarda. All right. Gonna warp right back out of there, hop in the boat.
So we have the ruby, so we can head on over and feed the Titan.
Mm-hmm. And there's nothing like 2 easy checks.
Yep.
See if there's anything good in the Titan's Trove.
We get a little more money. House. TNT.
It's holding the explosives. Only been there for 5,000 years, but hey, they should still work.
At 3,000 years more than the ones you get from Sarah.
Alright, looks like a small little pit stop there at oh crap, what is that?
Melmont?
I forgot the name of that town. Melmont, thank you. It's been a long day. Oh, what? He did not talk and say hi to the Hooray Dwarf.
Yep, I've seen
yeah?
quite a bit of Hooray Dwarf snubbing.
I don't know why. Put him out of his misery. The man has suffered enough, and we get an Oxyal out of the explosives. Alright, we now have all 3 dungeons that we want to go to. Now we just need to find everything else.
Yep. Still need the...
Yep.
Gudas looks like they might be searching for a trap tile here.
I think so. We get gargoyles in the Hall of Giants and things I don't want to deal with.
Yeah. Actually, the gargoyles could have been a random encounter. I thought he was a step short, but I'm not sure. I've seen some nasty gargoyles in this tournament.
Oh, yeah, so have I. Alright, and we have metal slimes. Alright. I don't hate it, but I don't think they have anything to really deal with it.
No, I don't seem like a Fire 3. I mean, a Lightning 3 will be okay, I think.
Yeah. I mean, it's
I'll have
damage.
to amend that. Okay, they do resist lightning. Yeah. Good understandably resets out, but, Fire 3 would be a nice find, or Nuke, although one of their casters can't use it.
And it looks like we are going for a quick marsh dive. I don't hate the play.
Nope, you've got warp. It's free.
IBKarma right there now at the TNT turn-in and getting his Oxio.
I mean, Siriu X in chat asks, Metal Slimes, what is this? Dragon Warrior Randomizer? It's like, no, these are... At least you could hit these with a fire spell and easily get rid of them.
Yeah.
Hurt on Metal Slimes doesn't work too well.
That is true. Right, and it looks like IBKarma is going over to Elfland, probably picking up spells. Let's see what we have for level 3 black.
Oh, there's Nuke. Ice 3 as well, which, takes the sting out of the red mage not being able to use Nuke a little.
Yeah. Alright, let's see what we have in white magic. When we get the canal out of Marsh, alright. Might be a reset in my mind, but maybe he's just going to warp out. I don't know.
Yeah, or he might be keeping it for the experience.
True. Alright, level 4, we have Heal 2, Heal, Exit, and Cure 3. Exit and Cure 3 are not bad to have.
Nope. Not bad at all. And Cure 3 Cure 4 is level 1, but you can save charges, and of course, Exit's always useful. There's Temper at level 4.
And that is kind of a good place to find it. That way we now have, at least something we can use for our fighter strats.
Yes, very true. And of course, we saw Fast at level 1, so we'll be able to buff our melee.
Exactly. We are definitely going to have the stuff we need to at least hit something hard. And we found the shop item. It is the herb, and it is currently flint. Good to know.
Yes, so the elves basically are selling what the elven royal family isn't rich enough to buy an herb at the shop, apparently.
You know, I think this is their way of getting democracy. They were like, you know what? If we don't give the herb back, we can make our own rules. All right, and it looks like IBKarma is going to make his way south. I'm thinking to Bahamut.
Yep, that looks like where he's going. He'll pick up the free item there and some equipment, and who knows, I've seen a few times where the tail has ended up there.
Yeah, I have too. Now, I am a little concerned. That is such a long walk, and while he does have exit, I probably would have gone through the forest island just to see what we have. And we have a bottle here. Right? A little bit of money.
Be pretty funny if the bottle led on a long fetch quest that ended up with the tail.
That is true. Ooh, and we get a Thor hammer. All right. I'm pretty sure the fighter had improved Thor hammer, didn't he?
Yeah, I believe he did. Double checking our tracker notes.
Yep, improved Thor hammer. My fighter would be having that equipped right away.
Oh yeah, so would mine.
And even though we have exit, we walked all the way out. All
Do we have charges? We might not.
Don't know, but looks like we are going straight over to Gaia at this point.
Since
Over on Guda's side, he is just checking out the weapon shop down there, trying to make a little bit of extra money to buy that, or nope. Just trying to see how much he has, it seems.
Alright. And our fairy has for us the crown.
Alright, it is a fetch quest. It looks like Guda is going to try and clear Earth early, okay. Or, nope,
Or he's,
maybe
he's Yep. Of course, one of the things about Earth is, while the boss is a speed bump, or maybe the boss is, the cave usually has something pretty nasty in there.
Yeah. Let's see how Astos fight is going to go. So far, not hitting too hard. Everybody's happily beating up on the skeleton. And he is dead, and let's see what we get from him. We get the slab. Okay.
Yep.
Guda, on the other hand, looks like he is having fun nuking slimes. Metal ones at that.
That's another difference between Dragon Warrior Randomizer. You didn't have a nuke spell.
You know, I always wanted to try that game, but Final Fantasy got to me first. Alright. And it looks like Guda's going to go ahead and take a grind here for a little bit, and IBKarma is checking out some items before heading off. Let's see where he heads off to this time.
Alright, he looks like he's heading... Nope, not heading towards Marsh.
Maybe Ordeals?
That's what it looks like.
Nope, past Ordeals?
Nope, he's going to
Leafland,
Lefane.
Okay. Or Lefane, yeah. Why do I always call it Leafland? Oh.
That's just on an Ankleo and some steak and wings.
Alright, Guda making his way up and finding the herb. I think he went and made some pocket money so he could go ahead and buy that. Hand is refilling his health pots. Smart move. On the other side, Karma has got some steak. We all love our steak, don't we?
And that steak bit pretty hard there. Yeah, this steak might be a bit chewy for us early on.
A little too tough?
Yep.
Alright. Karma making his way through Fane right now. See what the turn-in is. Vorpal -1. Alright, cool. It's not a bad Vorpal.
Yep. not a great one. Meanwhile, Guda got the ribbon from the Elf Prince, so that's always nice to see. Throw that on the White Mage.
Yeah, entirely. Gouda looks like they are going back for... Nope, this time they are going for their dive. All right.
Yep. Ready. Take out Earth.
It's not a bad play. It's a nice, easy dungeon at this experience level. You should be able to walk right through there and say hi to everybody.
It will be interesting to see whether he checks any chests. He's going for the upper right chest on Earth 2.
Looks like Karma is going for Ordeal's play this time. Okay. I was going to say, the two places they haven't really checked yet has been Ordeal's and Waterfall.
Yep, they haven't been anywhere near Waterfall.
Yeah, and with Oxyel and the levels that Gouda has right now, I probably would go dive Waterfall and then just knock out C while I'm there. It's free levels. You got Brack already. Go have fun.
Yep, you also have that Bane sword if Brack doesn't land.
Exactly. And Karma making it through on the first try, it looks like.
Yep, that was some luck there.
Oh yeah, let's see what the trap tile is. It's Gersharks, my favorite. Is Ordeal's hiding anything good for us? We've got money, a cabin. We are really not finding much other than a lot of money. More money. And it's overwhelmed. Oh, and we have the power bomb. All right. And the adamant, but we don't care about the adamant. We got the power bomb.
Yep. Of course, the adamant ends up leading to the lucrative. Oh, this is interesting.
Yeah, red D tile? Mm-hmm. But, oh, he didn't check it. Gouda skipped my favorite chest. Why? But we get to see Vampire and see how this works out. There's a vampire, now there's not a vampire. Good.
Yep, I was going to see the vampire briefly.
And in his closet, he has clothes.
Yep. IBKarma heading out. I don't know if you just picked up that adamant in Ordeals. Where would you head after that?
I would do Waterfall. I really would. I'd do Waterfall, see what's in there, and then hope it's the key. If it's the key, then you just dive straight down, turn it into the dwarves, check Dwarf Armory, check Carnaria, and keep going. But
go ahead.
Looks like Karma is going to the dwarves.
Which is another highly tempting play. Gouda did find a Zeus bonk in one of the chests, which is, Earth Armory, which isn't the greatest, but you have two characters that can't cast. It can be a welcome sight.
Oh yeah, and we get the tail out of the adamant. All right, good to know.
IBKarma, I would suspect is... Oh, he's not hitting... He's going to make the proximity play to Earth, which he doesn't need to promote to beat Lich.
Yeah, it is true. It looks like his levels are about level 9. I would be interested to see what Gouda's levels are right about now, too.
I mean, he ground on metal slimes a little, so his levels are probably a bit better.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking he's closer to 15, but...
And was that a missed menu? Because Mute is 3 and 256 versus Lich.
It is possible. But Lich is down, and we are moving forward.
Well, if you're going to miss menu, Lich is a good fight to do it against.
That is the truth. We have our first orb lit at 21:08. Okay. And IBKarma making his way through down to fight Lich.
Arachnid saying, "Oh, wait, don't go anywhere just yet." Oh. And they apparently, they definitely have a script because they have trance. This could be nasty. Gouda didn't even see that.
Gouda got lucky right there, because I'll be honest, at this point I probably might have reset out.
Yeah, that's what I was just thinking, not too far down, just reset out.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Gouda making the play to ice.
You like the ice play, but I still feel like he's forgetting about waterfall. But he could be planning to do both of those together, so who knows? And if I'm not mistaken, the last time we saw the eye tile was here at waterfall or at ice. So, but he does. Ooh, we get the key. Okay,
So
and flame
required
armor.
ice. Yep, that's pretty good for. Fighter can use that now, and the thief will be able to use that after promotion, as will the white mage for IBKarma when he goes.
Yeah, that is true. Ooh, and we get a Bane sword out of my favorite chest. A good item to find.
Yep, very good item to find. You're going to have to take on at least one of Kraken 1 or TL1.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, and we get an Aegis shield too. Okay.
Yep. +5, so that'll be great for that fighter after promotion.
Oh, yes.
Well, did I see something vaguely vampire-shaped on IBKarma's screen very briefly?
Thought so, but I blinked and it disappeared, so I don't think it was real. That whole figment of my imagination.
Yeah, just a figment of our imaginations.
Alright, we get our nice little pry bar out and sneak down into the next level here over on IBKarma's side. Guda is checking out the 6-pack and seeing what he can find there.
Heal pot house. Ooh, the Opal Trio +5.
That's a good find right there.
Yes.
Ooh, and a pro ring. But I don't think he picked it up.
No, I don't think he did.
You gotta go drop some of those clothing and go back and get that.
Yep. Drop that worthless Iron +2 gauntlet or something.
Nah, he's got 2 cloth on him. Nobody needs those.
Yeah, drop that.
Oh, Guda, why?
Yeah, maybe he thought he picked it up. I didn't see it in his inventory there.
No, it was red when he hit talk to the box, so he missed it.
Meanwhile, IBKarma has to slow up a little because he's approaching a speed bump.
Speed bump?
I didn't see what. Yep, I didn't see what happened to his black mage, but
I think that's a standard fighting position for black mages.
it often is, especially against fiend refights.
Yep, and it looks like Lich is giving them a free turn.
It's like, oh, one of your Light Warriors is down, I'll give you a free turn. Like, they need it.
We got a Frosty tile down in Volcano.
Right. Yep. That dragon must be sweating.
Right? I don't know, maybe he makes his own air conditioner.
Guda checking out armor, getting the annoying fire elemental fight.
Couple of Goannas just laying around. Another pro ring.
Guda, pick it up this time.
Thank you. Yeah, the iron ones are fine. You can drop those too. Or you can equip them. That works. There we go.
Yep. I mean, it's -3, but it's still death protection. It's still not bad armor.
Not at all. And he gets an opal helm, which will go great with that fighter, and an ice +5 sword. All right. Yeah. Now we're swinging something with some weight behind it.
Yes, that'll be very good for the end game. I would consider taking that over that Vorpal -1 at least for a while.
I don't know, like, it all depends on how things roll out. I mean, with everything we have now, a fighter with a Vorpal isn't bad, but I don't know. It's tough. Especially with that thief, if I'm not mistaken, having 40 strength, I probably would put a Vorpal on the thief. He is almost as strong as the fighter right now. Or actually, stronger than the fighter right now. Not much, but a little bit.
IBKarma pulls out his canal, and he also found that scorpions were pretty nasty.
You always hate to see the scorpions nasty. But I always do find it funny the lobsters look just like scorpions, only blue.
Yep.
Alright, Karma making his way to go pick up his key. I believe Gouda just found a mummy tile. Ooh, and he walks away from it. Okay. That is a great grind right there.
Yeah, great for the full party grind.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, but we do have a defense sword.
Yep, that's always a nice find. Rolled +1, although the real joy of the defense sword, of course, is its free ruse cast.
Oh, yes. That is definitely going to be an endgame object for sure. Swag. Vorpal is always bad in my opinion, but it's still feasible. I mean, it's got its benefits and its perks, but it's one of those you either hate it or you love it.
Yeah. I mean, I'm definitely on the pro Vorpal side, but I'll be like, Vorpal -1? I don't know about that. And especially if I get a nice blessed katana.
That is true, but we have yet to see a katana. Or an X-Cal. Who knows? They could be popping up any minute now.
Yep, that is true, of course. Who knows what they rolled, too.
Alright, Karma finding the blue dragon tile.
Now Gouda taking on Carrie, finishing her off. Let's see. It's a black mage behind Carrie. Of course, we saw a white mage behind Lich.
Alright, so far no black belts hidden away somewhere. Always good to know.
Yep.
And Gouda going to do a little party resurrection. IBKarma doing what I do most of the time and finding out that you can't equip things to that person even though they should.
Yeah.
And that threw me off so badly when it was like, you get thief weapons, and I'm like, cool. And I went to go equip a promoted thief weapon onto him, and they're like, no, regular thief weapons.
Yeah. Yeah. No katanas. Sorry.
Come on, it should be able to use a Vorpal. Every black mage needs to be able to use a Vorpal. Gouda going to ordeals. Alright.
Yep. And IBKarma made an interesting discovery. It's called Frost Wolves with Blaze.
Oh yeah, you don't want to see that.
Nope.
That is definitely painful.
Because we found out how they keep themselves warm in Ice Cave.
Ain't that the truth?
That's also going to make the trek to Lefane just a little more perilous.
Oh yeah.
Gouda checking the trap tile and ordeals to find just cobras, but it also picks up that power bonk while he's there.
Oh yes, that linked chest is the same exact chest as in the bottom area. But some runners like to check there due to the fact that there's a pretty good trap tile there most of the time.
Yep, sometimes you can find, you might find your eye or your agama or something like that.
Mm-hmm. Alright.
About to do his six...
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
IBKarma about to do his six-pack check. Let's see if he keeps the pro ring.
Oh, I'm pretty sure he will. I asked this of everybody. In ordeals, there's a 4-pillar room. Which one is your favorite pillar?
Let's see. I think I will generally try the third vanilla one first, although I think sometimes I go for pillar 1 first. Now, when I'm watching, of course, I love to see some pillar 4.
Yeah, nobody likes to see pillar 4 except when we're watching it. Mine, I always have to go for that second one. Like, I believe in it. Even when it lets me down, I still believe in it.
And that fire elemental is lost and doesn't know where it is.
No, it does not. Alright, Gouda making its way through ordeals and picking up a bunch of gold.
IBKarma did not actually do the warp trip. He picked up the key the regular way. Did he forget about warping on the red mage?
I don't know about that. Maybe he just was like saving charges? I don't know. Gouda finding the red dragon tile over there in ordeals as Karma is making their way to pick up Carnaria Castle's item. Let's see what they got hidden away in the stores today.
Hope a +4 shield will be nice after promotion, and the chime, so we have all of our dungeons open now.
That is true. It'll be interesting to see what Karma picks as their final 2 dungeons. And Gouda, even though having Onrek open and able to go to, has kind of avoided it. I'm quite interested in that.
Yeah, he's got the Oxyel. He could do it all in one trip. He wouldn't have to double dip. If IBKarma remembers that he has a tail now.
Oh, Karma going to pick up that herb. Unremembered.
That'll turn into an expensive ribbon, but ribbons are worth the cost.
Alright, we turn the adamant in and get our tail.
And I had a brief disconnect. Did we see what came from the adamant?
We got... We check real quick. I know I got it written down. On the adamant, we got... Tail. That's right.
Oh. Well, given where IBKarma is going, I think... That's actually obvious when I look at the screen. Right, so I just saw IBKarma is at level 11, so he'll get spell charges on the Knight and Ninja in a few levels. The nice things about promoting early when you don't have a black belt.
Well, that is true. The other thing is you don't get your first spell charge till level 15. So, at least for the ninja.
Yep, that goes for the Knight and the Ninja.
Yeah. Yeah, so... Always a good thing to promote as soon as you can.
Yes.
Unless you have a black belt.
Yep. In that case, you just want to place and punch out for a while and then maybe promote the rest of the party later.
Yeah, that is true. Alright, and IBKarma making their way into Onrak. Checking out the store. Refilling those health pots, because we probably used a lot of them.
Yep. I saw a total of 50-something on there, so...
Mm-hmm. Good to get an promotion in.
Yep.
Ooh. Something ate a black mage. I don't even think they made it all the way up to Waterfall, did they?
No, they didn't. I think they're only a little up the river system. And now everyone's least favorite in the Onrak Inn.
Look, whenever I run seeds, I have a bad habit of making my people nomads. They never use inns. We use the tent outside the city like normal people.
Yeah, there you go.
And trust me, I have gotten yelled at it so many times, and I am still like, look, I used a house. Oh.
IBKarma going through Waterfall, and not too many things left that we could affect. I think this probably has to be the loot, doesn't it?
I do think this might be the loot. We really don't have many other places to check. So, yeah, this has to be it. Because we already have our ribbon. We already have our vorpal.
Yep, we have Rod, Oxtail, Chime, Cube.
Mm-hmm. And we get a zombie deep tile.
I'm thinking about we haven't seen Harm 4 for that White Mage or Fate, I don't believe.
Mm-hmm. Not at all.
Yeah.
Good at going over and taking care of Astos real quick.
And question in chat by Soleo, Rex, could it be the crystal into the loot? No, we got the crystal from, I believe, the princess, and then she gave us, and Matoya gave us the floater 4 minutes in. Yep, it's the loot.
Yep. All right, we have a loot. Ooh, and an X-Cal.
+4 too. That'll be great. The elemental bonus, that's going to cut through those fiends.
That is true entirely. Go on, equip the X-Cal. Somebody needs the X-Cal.
Yep. Not somebody being the knight.
Oh yes, like I would not turn down an X-Cal. But then again, I know X-Cal does not work well on Chaos, but I will still go into Chaos fight with an X-Cal.
Yeah, it's still got a pretty good base attack. Its weakness is just its low crit.
Yeah. And with enough temper and fast spells, you don't need to worry about crit.
Nope, eventually you can punch through.
I'm looking like kind of to fade Sea Shrine entirely, so I'm guessing they are going to Mirage. Good on the other hand. Yep, go ahead.
Yep, that would be my guess as well. Meanwhile, Guda is translating his slab.
Getting that done and taken care of. I believe that the slab turns into the Vorpal, so he will be happy to see that. Now, if he goes to Waterfall, he'll be even happier.
Yes, he'll be very happy in Waterfall. Of course, you have not seen a katana yet.
Was that a life spell at level 5 costing 5555?
I missed that, but that would be something.
Oh. I mean, yay, it's at level 5, but... Oh. Alright, going to check for vendor items still, or possibly picking up some healing.
I mean...
Buddha does the same thing I do when it comes to buying heal pots. You buy 50, and if they say you don't need any more than that, you just leave.
See, IBKarma doing the raid of the Volcano Armories. Gonna pull out, pro ring and things.
Alright, so IBKarma is in fact in go mode right now. So he is still one orb behind, but this is his chance to make it up. I have a feeling, depending on which dungeons they take for the last two, it could become very spicy.
Yes, and of course, there's always the Topher factor, the great equalizer. Guda, of course, is probably less than a minute away from being in go mode himself.
And he is there if he decides to take Waterfall. Or not Waterfall, Sea Shrine.
I mean, it's often not a popular dungeon. We saw IBKarma fade it, which, of course, Sky, if you don't go for any chests, is much faster. But, of course, one of the great things about Sky is the chest checks.
That's right, Guda. Check the next chest. There you go.
Yep. Of course, also in there, Pro-K +5, which is great armor for a mage.
And Guda's stuck in the room with the robot.
About playing a little football, saying you can't NPC guillotine me.
Now, I'm trying to figure out, is Karma grinding on the beds or what?
He looks like he's trying to take out those peds.
Peds, yeah. It looks like they're both grinding a little bit, okay. We got level 15 across the board for Karma, and level 22 across the board for Guda, so Guda has had a bit more of a grind, that is for sure.
Yes, that definitely gives him the level advantage. And how high do you think you go in these seeds?
It depends. In all honesty, I would probably enter Topher at like mid 25, 30, or 25 to 30 range. But it would be experimental to see exactly how bad it is, and given that we looked at the bats, I would probably be closer to 30 going in. Just to be safe.
IBKarma's gotten a few levels now, so going to or at least on some of its party members. He's going to bring up the rest.
Mm-hmm. Now, I've noticed neither of our party have done an individual grind. They are doing party grinds. Quite interesting.
That is interesting. You think with the knight or the ninja, you'd want to get them some levels, especially with that X-Cal. They could just burn their way through most of Topher.
Mm-hmm.
And Solaire Rex has noted that the Pro-K plus 5 wasn't equipped.
I'm waiting to equip that till later.
And now is later.
Sometimes you get a whole bunch of stuff, and then you get distracted by the shiny toys. You know how it is.
Oh, yes. Sounds like me and Christmas morning as a kid.
Oh, yeah, entirely.
Yeah.
You get
Or an
something, you're like,
adult
this is
something, yes.
awesome! There's more?
Alright. IBKarma going down Volcano. See how happy he is with his equipment. See how much he really checks further down here. He doesn't feel the need for a katana like Gouda might because he doesn't have that thief.
It is true, but you can still instead have a white samurai.
Well, there's no Masa, but
Yeah. Alright, does not check the red dragon tile or the chest up there. I had to think for a moment, forgot what chest that was.
yep, he's just going. So he's like, I'm good enough with my
Don't blame
equipment.
him, but I hope he heals that black mage before he walks into that fight.
Yes. Otherwise, that black mage will not live very long.
And you need to live long enough to at least cast Bast and...
Ideally, get a nuke off as well.
Yeah, but you don't need the nuke.
Yeah, fast is what you really need.
Let's see. 4 hits, 651. Okay.
Yeah.
This is going to be a very quick carry
Yeah,
fight.
and that was before fast. Meanwhile, the Red Wizard shows while Red Wizards are not the best Vorpal wielders, or like the worst.
Ooh, and carry's finished off with a nuke as Gouda makes a dive into Sea Shrine. I like it. I have not seen enough Sea Shrine.
That's not very popular, of course. Even less popular is the Mermaid's side, and we're not going to see that here.
That's true. We don't need any extra items.
Nope. We're not desperate for equipment by any means.
It looks like Karma is taking the Mirage trip. Alright. Is he going for the items, or is he going because it's faster? Let's find out.
It looks like he's going because it's faster. At least he faded Mirage 1 completely.
Mm-hmm. But it is a greater than less than room. Oh, nope, he's fading that one too.
Yep.
You know, I hate to say this, but this may be a sub-hour seed, depending on how Topher is.
Yes, it is. That's very true. Of course, there is those words depending on how Topher is. Did I see Dragon Armor there?
That was Dragon Armor +2, if I'm not mistaken, and Opal Gauntlets. So, do believe we may be seeing somebody put that on.
Yep, Opal Gauntlets are certainly not the best, but sometimes they're useful.
Yes, totally. Picked it up and forgot he picked it up.
Yeah, it was like, wait a minute.
Alright, and we have our blue scorpion lobsters.
Yep, and on Gouda's screen, the ghosts.
The defensive sword. Where did he find the defensive sword? I remember where he picked it up. I do. Where was it?
That makes one of us. I remember him picking it up. I'm forgetting where.
I think it was in Marsh.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too.
Because when Karma went through there, Karma didn't really open any chests. Karma ran right through to get the item and got out. All right, Gouda at Kraken, and it looks like Karma is making their way to the Bridge of Destiny now. Let's see how this goes.
Yep. Down to just his knight and his white wizard.
And Gouda is done with Kraken. All right.
Blinking, you missed it. Was that Kraken or Lich?
Kraken. I think that was speed bump number 3. Gouda is in go mode, and looks like they are making their way somewhere, probably to Topher. Nope, not to Topher. I think, oh, maybe go and pick up spells for the knight and the ninja. Okay.
That I like that play. Superstore. If you're picking up spells across multiple levels, that's a great place to go.
Yep. And it looks like no robot chicken today over on the side as he runs across the Bridge of Destiny. Now, this is where you wish life was a little bit cheaper and learnable.
Looks like we have a thief behind Tia.
Oh, we have a white mage. Did he not pick up life at level 5?
That's a good question.
Alright, well, coming out with some love taps on Tia. See how this goes. Okay. Thunder Axe on there for 28 damage. Swing with a sword. 4 hits, 528. Alright. Love taps are done. The fighter is starting to get serious.
Interesting. IBKarma didn't use Cure 4 on the knight, but the knight broke out anyway.
Yeah. And the knight's going to swing again for 2 hits, 60 damage. Damage is jumping up and down quite a bit. There's 4 hits, 260 damage.
Yep. Tia's not
hits,
really showing anything much. 3 hits,
no,
yep.
not too much. 3 hits, 326, and Tia's down. Both of our runners have lit their 3 orbs.
Alrighty, we'll see where Karma goes. Is he also going to... Nope, he might be going directly to pick up heal pots and then head into Topher.
That's what I am thinking. Now, the interesting thing is I know Gouda just went through and bought all the spells needed, including white magic, for the red mage. So, will that bite Karma in the butt? Because I don't think he has life.
Yeah, or at least it begged the question, why didn't he bring up his other characters? I like this, getting wall on the knight. He might need that if he finds himself in man mode.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it looks like he is heading south. I think he is going to manually buy all the spells. Might be a little bit quicker. We'll find out. I do want to check. So, we found life at level 5, but we have not found life 2, which is probably level 7 or level 8. Okay. And that was a sun sword from the lock chest down on the bottom right at Topher. Did not see what the grind tile was.
Yep. Well, sun sword's a good find. His grind tile is actually waters. That can be a good grind, but...
Yeah. Usually you want a good pack of waters when you want to grind on them.
All right, Gouda entered Topher about the 50-minute, 32-second mark.
Right, and let's see if Gouda is going to open the validation chest.
Like this IBKarma picking up heal 3, that's a very valuable spell. And of course, you know, making sure he gets life.
Mm-hmm. Picking up lock, not a bad idea. Was that a randomizer? Yeah. Oh no.
Nope, that was
the
an eye on the phantom tile.
It was on the phantom tile.
Yep.
I love it.
The wrong eye tile has the right eye. Way too late for any grinds.
I don't know. It's never too late for a grind.
That is true. I mean, at least from the runner's perspective, they're at least going to make one shot at Topher. But yeah, note about that eye tile. IBKarma enters Topher about the 51-minute 32-second mark. So just a little bit behind Gouda. So any disaster in Topher, any fiend that causes them major slow ups, and IBKarma could be ahead.
Well, they always do say Topher is the great equalizer, and we are going to find out today.
Yes. I've seen some definite equalizing from the great equalizer, although no Gurmanutus with Death Touch today, apparently.
Well, it does look like Karma is going to go ahead and just maybe stab that ITAL a little.
Yeah. I mean, this Topher's nasty. That could be a really big play with those few levels. Or, oh yeah, his levels are not high. I can't blame him for taking a few eyes here.
Yeah. What level is he at right now across the board? Do we know? 18? Oh yeah, I would definitely be getting some levels here.
Meanwhile,
go ahead.
Meanwhile, yeah, Speed Bump is a bit radioactive and uses nuclear on the party, so it's very annoying with plutonium-laced speed bumps.
Oh, entirely.
The worst thing is when you have to do so many heal pots afterwards. Lots of fun vanilla memories there.
That is true entirely.
Gouda taking on Carry 2 here. You know, melee is fast.
There was a Carry 2, and Carry 2 is gone. All right.
Yeah. I didn't see the damage, but
it was over 800.
Yeah.
All right.
It was plenty enough.
Kraken is going to be the true test here. Kraken said was a little thick. It wasn't hitting hard, but was thick. So let's see what happens here.
Yes, and there's hitting hard, and then there's hitting hard by Kraken standards. The thing about Kraken is just so many attacks that chances.
Well, he's got all those tentacles.
Yep. Whereas, Tiamat just has like 5 heads, and Thunder ends the Black Mage right off. I don't know if it got its fast off. Ooh, that X-Cal, though. This Kraken's not going to be long.
I do believe that was 2 hits for 820 apiece. That is not a very thick Kraken. All right. But Maxwell Thunder, yeah. He is down for the count. Now, what is he going to do about the Black Mage? Because I don't think Red learned life at all. I think it was locked.
Yep, well.
Yeah, well, we're going to find out now. He is running into the Tia fight. Alright, Tia swing. 4 hits, 250. Not too bad. Fire going out. Casting over fast. Temper going off.
I like this. Using the ninja as more of a dodge shield and casting temper.
Oh yeah. But that fire too. Ooh. It's starting to lower them down some. Alright, that is 6 hits, 600.
Yep.
By
the way, I know Nuke.
Things you never want to see. Ooh. 5 hits, 605, and Tia is down, and Gouda is headed towards Chaos. IBKarma not too far behind him, currently about to be at Lich. Let's see how he handles Speed Bump here.
Yep, of course. You saw a nuclear out of Lich, but that was it, of course. Rare do we see more than one thing out of Lich. Gouda gets away from the Twilight Party Pack and is heading towards Chaos.
Alright. Doesn't look like he's doing too much party swapping, but we have Lich on Karma's side. Let's see how this is going to go. Fade out. Lightning 2 coming in from Lich. Okay. Fighter swinging that sword. 4 hits, 604. Casting a fast on the fighter. Red Mage going to swing. 3 hits, 113.
It's still there.
53 damage. Ooh, Zap comes out and kills the fighter. Oh, that is almost a full party wipe.
Well, he still has his life caster.
All
sort of
right,
an inverse Kraken.
Yeah, other side, Guda is currently chaos. Looks like he is doing some buffing up. Make sure
Yep,
that
so
when
the
he hits,
defense
he
sword,
hits
he's casting Temper. Ooh, Tornado, that's never friendly.
all right, and he swung, and I missed the numbers. Let's see what his next one's going to be. All right, temper going on, tier 4 going off.
Love having Cure 4 on the night.
He is going for the whole day in prey strats here soon. I believe in it. It is 6 hit 600, I believe.
Yes, that looked like it. So that Excal's doing some work here. Don't
6
always
hits,
need crits.
48, and chaos is down. Get your GGs in chat for Guda.
Yep, official race time 57 minutes, 18 seconds. So we had a sub-hour.
We did. All right, this rolled quick. Right. And
is IBKarma forfeiting?
It looks like IBKarma is in fact forfeiting. Okay, let's see if we can get Guda in chat with us. All right, waiting for the invite. All right, Guda. Let me just double check and make sure that it's been sent out to you. Discord.
There he is.
Yeah, literally as soon as I sent the message, it invited me. So,
all right. So my biggest question: you walked up to a pro ring, you looked at it, you tried to pick it up, it said no, and then you walked away from it.
yeah, I was like, screw it, don't need it. I didn't want to go on the tile again.
Well, you picked up the second pro ring you saw the next room over.
Yeah, because I didn't have to go on a tile.
All right. So, how did you like the seed? It seemed like it was a pretty fast one.
Yeah, considering what was my end time? Like 58, I think.
58:20, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, that was a full clear 58 minutes. It was a little slow, honestly. Like, I was still pretty tilted from the first race. We did the first race right before this, and that Topher was wicked, awful. So this was a total full clear, and felt a little slow the whole way. I don't know. It was fast. It's always fast when you get an airship to start with.
So, tell me about your grind. You went with the zombie D and a full party grind at that.
Yeah, so I checked the bats. The bats made it sound like the end game wasn't too terrible. Also, I had an Excal +4 and an Ice +5, and I knew I was going to get a Vorpal, and I was kind of hoping the Vorpal was going to roll up. I really like when the Thief rolls up on strength. That makes it a ton of fun. But I never found a Katana. Vorpal rolled down, so I was just like, yeah, whatever. I guess Knight with the Excal +4 is going to have to do work, and sure as heck he did. That Excal +4 was just crushing.
All right, and then you got the floater within 4 minutes, and I swear it seemed like you were trying to avoid everything you could from going to waterfall. Any particular reason? Because you did end up diving C as your last orb.
So essentially, I was trying to kind of play the fetch quests, and like I wanted to do everything in the area that I was at the time, and going to waterfall just kind of fell into the last spot. I should have gone to waterfall, and I was going to go to waterfall and see anyways, but I'm trying to remember. I think I was a little low on levels, so I kind of wanted to follow things around and see if I could find a tile and get a few more levels. And yeah, it is what it is. I probably should have gone to waterfall earlier. Ended up full clearing, and it happens.
Well, I will say this much. You did a great race today. Karma was on your heels the entire time, but you just had a little bit more levels on him. I think he went into Topher at like level 19. You went in there at about level 25, and you just blew through everything. Like, I don't think anything was more than a speed bump to you.
Yeah, tier 2. So I was a little mad at those bats. Because Kraken took out, well, the max roll Thunder was not exciting. And then I had a little tactical mistake. I thought that I had life 2 charges on the red wizard. I did not. So when I went in there and I looked, I'm like, oh, no life 2 charges. Well, this sucks. I guess I'll just go. Like, yeah. But that's the reason why I always class change before I go to Lefane, and why I tend to want to go to Lefane. Like in this case, Lefane was the last place. I knew it was Vorpal, and on top of it, I knew I wanted a bunch of spells on my Knight Ninja. So I'm like, all right, fine. Let's go down to Lefane, get my Vorpal, get all my spells, and then I'll head down to Topher instead of having to kind of wander around and get everything that I need that way. I also am. I'm going to go back. I'm going to find the Cat Claw. I'm hoping that Cat Claw rolled up because it was improved Cat Claw on the Thief.
It was also improved Thor Hammer on the Fighter, and nobody equipped it. I was like,
I did.
Oh.
I did.
You did? Okay.
I did for like a minute, and then I picked up the X-Cal +4, and I'm like, well, I guess I'll go with the X-Cal.
All right. Any thoughts from you, Classic?
Well, let's see.
All
right. You found the canal and decided to walk that out. Was that for the experience? You found that in Marsh after you had the airship.
I'm trying to remember what else I found in Marsh. Well, experience is one thing. I also
defense.
Yeah. So finding defense means you have to walk it out. I also had at least one warp charge, so I didn't have to walk the whole way out. So I mean, and Marsh is an easy walk in and out. Like, if I knew that a ruse stick was incentivized, sure, I wouldn't have cared about the defense sword. But if with defense right there, like, you got to walk that out.
Yeah, we never saw the ruse stick.
No.
Yeah. And your ice dive, I was very confused on it because you full cleared it and then walked out instead of warping out, and I was like, all right.
Oh, there's not enough warp charges to get out of there.
Okay.
So yeah, I had 2 warp charges. I had enough for the warp trick, and then enough then I had just full cleared the bottom. So there's better trap tile treasures on the floor below when you fall down. So, and there's 2 tiles to check there as well. And so I know you guys were talking about zombie Ds earlier. I'm reading your notes here. Zombie Ds are a top 4 grind to do. You generally don't want to do a full party grind on them, but they give a ton of XP, and in this case they had under 300 HP. So it was either a Thief and a Night hit, or Nuke would generally take them out too. So I mean, it was pretty fast, and I knew I wanted to get enough HP to kind of keep everybody alive in Topher in case there was something nasty that came out. So I mean, it's if I had a black belt, I would solo grind zombie Ds all day.
Well, I noticed you did find the eye tile right there at the end.
Yeah, I was a little disappointed in that. I saw after I finished, we're on the 10-minute delay, I went in and I saw IBKarma take a bunch of levels on the eye, and I'm like, well, that makes a ton of sense, because it's there, and hopefully you can get the levels, get through Topher. Unfortunately, Lich came out with a zap that I never saw.
That zap wiped out a lot of his party, so it slowed him down.
Yep. And I mean, IBKarma's cool about scheduling all this. I know he's not coming in for an interview, but I'm gonna give a GG to him. I know he's a newer runner, and coming here into brackets, running up against me. Unfortunately, I mean, I think he's got a lot of potential in here, and
he was neck and neck with you for a long time.
Yes.
So
yeah, I mean, I'm glad he stuck it out, and was able to untilt after that BS seed that we did prior to this.
Well, I will say this much: I am definitely partially scared of this upcoming Duckling Derby, because a lot of new people and a lot of new ducklings have been coming out of the woodwork, and they are much better than I expected. So
yeah, if you can dedicate some time to this game, you can get pretty good at it. There's a lot, like right now, the way that the randomizer has come over the past 3-4 years. I think I started running this in 2019, so this will be my 4th, 5th, fourth year in the spring/winter tournament, and I mean the duckling program is fantastic. The resources that we have out there, and the Wikipedia page, the wiki page that we have, it's all helpful, and it's all easy to kind of get all this information. Back 4 years ago when we didn't have a wiki, we're all kind of jumping in rooms together and talking about, what are the breakpoints of this? What kind of table is it rolls on for, touch attacks, and all these kinds of things that now it's all in one easy place to find. And you just click, and you can just kind of absorb it all. But
the wiki has saved me so much because I didn't know where all the trap tiles were.
Yeah. Yep. And especially in seeds like this or flags like this, you need to know where all those grind tiles are because you're going to be grinding, and there's no way around it.
All right, now what are your thoughts on your next opponent?
Mr. Markin. Yeah, Ale and I are we go way back. We kind of jumped into the community together at the same time, and we do a lot of races together. We share a lot of seeds. He's helped me with some of my routing. He's a top tier runner. It sucks that he's 2-1 and I have to face him in the second round. Like he easily could have been 3-0. He just ran up against Chanigan, who is a equally fantastic runner. So I mean, it's gonna be fun. I think Ale and I might do some baloney coming up here next week. Maybe we'll do Solo Thief, a little run back to his last race. You let me know when you pick it up, and I will come for that because I do love a spicy run.
So yes.
Ale, I need to pull this up because he did Solo Thief tonight, and he almost, from what I understand, almost set the record for fastest flags, and it was with a Solo Thief, and the fastest time right now is Dead Pulse with 2 orbs, and Ale had to do 3. So, I mean, the seed is fantastic. I would highly recommend anybody go out and give it a shot. Especially because, like, I tried the first 10 minutes of it, and it's a fun seed. Mm-hmm. Yeah, 39-13 with a Solo Thief. I mean, that's
amazing.
Looking it.
That's all you need to know. So, if you guys can go grab that racetime.gg room, go play that Solo Thief seed. It's a fun seed. Like I said, I played about the first 10 minutes of it before my race. I'm like, man, I wish I was playing this.
I want to play it now, but I have a Lich's Revenge with my name on it, and I can't say no.
Yeah, so anybody who's out there and is not in the community, come join the community. Bunch of good racers, bunch of good people. Come join us. It's a lot of fun. And this winter tournament's only going to get spicier as we get into the round of 32, round of 16. There's a ton of good runners. There's a ton of good people, and I look forward to racing Ale. We'll probably do some shenanigans. We will probably do some later night races, if I had to guess, knowing our schedules.
Either way, we definitely will look forward to seeing more of your races. So, all right, Classic. Any final thoughts from you?
Well, this was quite a fun race to watch, and good luck in the next round, Guda. I'd be looking forward to what you and Ale come up with. Like, that should be pretty spicy. It should be fun.
Oh yeah, should be. So yeah, thanks for coming, guys. Thanks to Speed Gaming for putting us on Speed Gaming Prime late at night. I mean, it's a ton of fun, tons and tons of fun.
Oh, it is. And I definitely want to make sure we give a shout out to Life Reboot for running tracking in the background and keeping track of all the notes on things that we needed to remember and questions to ask. One of my favorite trackers to work with, man. I am always happy to give you a shout out. And again, a special shout out to Speed Gaming for letting us stream here. On that note, join our Discord. Come meet people. They're all friendly. They're all very helpful. And you're going to make some great friends here. This has been Final Fantasy Randomizer. And have a good night.